Welcome to the Gear Slum, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
I am Phil.
I'm Cole.
Hurts, don't it? We slum it hard so you don't have to.
Those are the real good jokes we're making off the podcast. Just a little peek behind the curtain there.
Yeah,
that's
the one that are too the ones that are too hurtful to put on the podcast. Isn't it?
You deserve everything you got. That was negative. None of the good stuff.
Well, that's okay because I don't even want positive things. I just want them because I think people want me to.
Speaking of Carl Young, just kidding.
No, you're thinking of Steve Young.
Oh, yeah, Steve Young, 49ers quarterback. I'm thinking of Brigham Young.
Did you guys watch that Super Bowl? That's the same Young.
The one with
that's
Steve
the same
Young?
name. Steve Young is a descendant of Brigham Young. That's why he... Yeah, did you guys watch that Super Bowl? The one against the Chargers? Remember how boring it was?
I watched the one
Game
with
was literally never
the
in question.
49ers and the Bengals in like 1992 or something.
Yeah, dude, freaking 49ers. I grew up a Bengals fan.
Boomer.
And so, yeah, dude, Esiason.
It's Boomer.
I met Boomer Esiason one time.
Yeah, you did.
But I was pretty young, and at the time I thought it was Boomer Esiason. Like I thought it was Esasian, you know? And I learned that it was not when I met him.
Hey, it's Boomer Esiason.
It's Mr. Esiason.
Mr.
What?
Esiason. It's Esiason, son.
So son.
My name is Esiason, son. Boomer. What kind of a name is Boomer?
I know. It's better than Booger.
Booger, I know.
That guy that does the freaking analysis.
Yeah, Booger. McFarland.
Yeah.
One day, this dude that I know, he posted on Facebook on Sunday night. He's like, "Oh, I'm at this restaurant and football's on, and they misspelled Boomer and it says Booger." I was like, "Nope, that's the dude's name."
That's the dude's name. He chooses to have people call him that.
I know.
It's not like a Sting situation where he gave himself that name because it sounds cool. Like
it's like Turd Ferguson.
Yeah.
Just call him a turd.
Oh man, Booger.
Just call him a booger. Dude, have you ever look at that dude's hands? His
They're
hands are
looking.
trashed. You can tell his fingers have been broken like many, many times.
Like his knuckles are all
Yeah, his knuckles are all his fingers are like twisted. It's rough.
That's like a basketball thing usually.
Oh yeah, that.
Because their fingers are always getting jammed or whatever.
So are basketball fingers equivalent to wrestling ears?
Yeah, cauliflower ear.
Cauliflower fingers.
You got cauliflower hands. It's more like ginger fingers though.
What?
You ever see like a stick of ginger?
Oh yeah, totally. Ugh, dude. They have a mind of their own. Dude, it is like ginger fingers though. Freaking ginger fingers.
Ginger fingers.
Like Ron Weasley?
Yeah.
He's got ginger fingers.
Or like Conor McGregor. He has cauliflower ears and ginger fingers. The weird thing with cauliflower ears is you can just drain them, but it's like
But then once you do it, it always comes back, right?
No, but people keep it that way so that it makes them look cool.
Oh,
it's like hockey players not getting fake teeth, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, really? I thought it like
No.
once it happens
Once you
and
probably
you drain
can't
it
stop.
once, they'll always like.
No. It's not like once you go black, Phil.
Whoa.
But yeah, people choose to keep it, and that's why like a lot of like Conor McGregor, he's kind of a pretty boy. He chooses not to have cauliflower ears.
Why would you choose to do it? It looks so dumb. You look like a moron.
it's just like it's like a tough guy
look how
thing,
tough
you
I
know.
am. It's like a scar on your face or something.
Yeah, exactly. It is very dumb though.
My wife, anytime we watch like hockey, she's like, "Why is that guy? Why does he not just like get some fake teeth?"
It's like he has them. He just doesn't wear them during
That's
the game.
what I tell her. I'm like, I know they take them out during the game. And she's like, well,
Yeah,
they
it's
should
like
just get permanent
they're-
ones. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
but they're
they'll
a
get permanent
liability.
ones when,
You wanna-
when they retire.
Yeah, you want to pay a bunch of money for some teeth that are just going to get knocked out again?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like this dude, Andrew Cogliano, who played for the Ducks for a long time. His like 2 front teeth are missing, so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a massive gap in his face. She's like, why does he do that?
I love the term spitting chiclets. That's like such a classic hockey commentator. Oh man, he's going to be spitting chiclets after that
I
one.
like that, and I like when they say like it's a yard sale when someone gets hit really hard and like loses all their gear.
Yeah, that's a
funny.
skiing thing too, because like
Oh, yeah.
when someone wrecks skiing and their gloves and skis and everything go in different directions.
I don't know if this.
Yard
I don't
sale.
think this is like a super ubiquitous thing, but one of the dudes, the Ducks commentators, if someone shoots like top corner, he'll say, "Oh, he put it up top where your mother never dusts."
Sounds like weirdly offensive, like insulting
Yeah, that sounds
somehow.
kinda- it's
I don't
so
even know
good,
how. Yeah.
Put it up top where your mother never dusts.
That is pretty great. Hockey's the best sport.
What's your favorite sports thing, Phil?
my favorite sports commentator
Yeah.
thing.
Do you like it in football when all the guys get permanent brain damage and then
Here's
like
my
different people
here's my
for the rest of
favorite-
their life?
Who's your favorite bully?
here's my favorite sports my sports thing is yelling, "Hey, get the hair out of your eyes, you hippie!"
Oh, I love that.
Oh wait, sorry. Hey ref, that's what it is. Hey ref, get the hair out of your eyes, you hippie.
What
That's
is,
what it
is that a thing?
I mean,
That
it's
just
a
sounds
thing
like
that-
an old person thing.
Yeah, it's a thing that men used to yell in the
At the
80s
ref?
at
Hippie
referees.
refs?
Yeah, exactly.
All the refs were hippies in the 80s. Bunch of long hairs.
Yeah.
This is Texas. Dress like a man.
Get that pretty boy out of here.
Yeah.
No wonder he can't see.
He's too pretty.
My favorite is just catch the damn ball. Because it's like, yeah, what do you think I was trying to do? I was wholly focused on catching the damn ball. Trust me.
Wholly focused.
Holy
that's
focus.
Wholly focused.
Holy
Hey guys,
focus.
are you wholly focused? That's like, you
I
know,
could.
Ooh, that's good.
You turned your heart
all
to God.
the way.
Dude, Holy Focus should be the name of
Holy focus.
a Christian t-shirt brand.
Yeah. It would be a good thing if wholly focused in the way that I used it was even a common phrase at all. Was even a thing that people say.
Holy focused is like it's a lingerie brand for Christians, but it's like
HOLEY?
yeah. It's just a sheet with a hole in it
Oh, gross.
for your eyes.
You've
For
encountered
your
is a
eyes,
glory
guys,
hole. Oh, okay.
so that you can see.
For your eyes, your one eye.
Yes. But you can't use it if you have blue eyes or green. It's only
Because
for brown
you
eyes.
just
Wait.
look like clan
No,
members.
because it's
Why?
only for brown eyes.
Gross. I wasn't even thinking of that eye. Ugh.
That
was terrible.
That took a turn.
You're a terrible man.
I was wholly focused.
You're a bad man.
You were holy.
No one
focused.
knows what it's like to be the bad man. To be the sad
Behind
man.
brown eye.
Is that a Who song?
Yeah.
It's so much better when Limp Bizkit did it, though.
Dude, for real though.
That's because Limp Bizkit is a better band than The Who.
Yeah, it's like that one, and then like when Disturbed did Sound of Silence.
Oh, so good. Like, what were Simon and Garfunkel even thinking?
I know.
Idiots.
They didn't even have electric.
Freaking
They didn't even have like
curly-haired, goofy dork.
They didn't even have synthesized strings in their song. What
Freaking
about like?
dwarf,
Remember when
big old curly-haired giant?
Remember when Smash Mouth covered the Monkees? Oh, that was so good too.
Oh, dude, I love Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth is so good. Just some good old Smash Mouth football, you know, just running down their throat.
I love that video. That guy is standing up in the stands, like during practice or something. And he's like, "This is the best. Just guys being dudes."
I don't think I've seen that.
It's so good. Just guys being dudes. It's like,
just a bunch of guys being dudes. Phil, I have a product I want to tell you about.
Okay.
It's called
hygiene product?
No, it's called the Holy Focus. No, it's called the Carl Martin Acoustic something. Ooh, acoustic gig? Is that what it's called?
I think you meant you have a product you want me to tell Phil about.
I have a product I want to tell you about, but I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to have
honestly
Phil do it.
now that
I want Aaron.
Now that you said it out loud, like it's a pretty terrible name, acoustic gig. Like it does not
Aaron
roll off the
more.
tongue.
Is it? I think it's because they
Yeah,
already
tell us
had
more.
like the Carl Martin gig.
Yeah,
So this is like the acoustic
I want-
gig. It should be gig acoustic.
Cole, you know way too much
Oh,
about
that's
this.
Too much 2C.
I want Aaron to tell me
I'm too close to the situation.
everything he believes about this
All right,
thing.
as soon as Cole describes Jägermeister to us.
Okay, Jägermeister is basically like tequila, but for fancy lads. So it has like extra spices in it. But it's from Germany?
Yeah,
Or
what
Norway?
kind of person drinks Jägermeister?
It's a
That's what I wanna
German
know.
tequila.
Like, who's the key demographic?
Ooh.
Who's their bread and butter?
Rose?
Oh, dang, you guessed right.
He
Is it really?
But that's kind of an easy guess.
You kind of gave it away by, like, when I said it was for fancy lads and you
yeah.
latched onto that, I knew that was wrong. So.
It's like it tastes like
yeah,
black
because I know about
licorice.
Jaeger bombs is like a shot of Jaeger in a glass of something. I don't know,
Beer,
7-Up or something.
No beer usually.
In a
You could
glass
do
of
it. I've heard a lot of people
White
do it with
Claw.
7-Up. It's a pretty common thing.
Wait, is a Jaeger bomb always with beer?
I don't know. I've never done
That's
it.
what-
I assumed.
You don't do it with soda. That's
Every
not like-
Jaeger
yeah, it's
bomb I've
beer, right?
seen is with beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime
Not in
the,
person,
the
but in
phrase
media.
something
Yeah.
bomb is alcohol
Oh, like
in
a sake
into
bomb.
beer.
like stronger
Yeah.
alcohol dropped in larger
Yeah.
lower
Yes.
percentage
Like,
alcohol.
Does anyone just do like a water bomb? Like, hey, I'm trying to look out for you, trying to keep you hydrated a little
Just
bit.
put a shot of water in your glass of water.
No, but in beer.
Oh no.
Like just a shot
Just
of
water it
water in
down.
your beer.
I do frozen
Yeah.
water bombs. So it's just like a
Oh.
frozen shot of water
Do you do
in like
I-
a glass of
Yes.
regular water.
but like even smaller than a shot and,
Yeah.
and a bunch of them,
A
right?
bunch of them, yeah. Like a bunch of
Oh no,
mini
wait!
shots.
You're a
bunch
pretty
of-
fancy
bunch
guy,
of
so
small.
you have like you do like the Scotch with the one huge ice cube in it. You know,
Yeah, I don't actually, but
you don't put like do you? You don't put ice in beer, do you?
no.
No,
Okay, I didn't think
only
so.
lunatics would do that.
But you need to have the can. That's why like the standard beer can is the one with that turns blue when it's cold enough. So then you know it's cold.
That's not
right?
standard.
That's
some,
how all beer cans are.
No, that's some garbage that
It's Coors Light.
Coors came up with.
Don't talk about Coors like that, Phil.
I think
You
it's
better watch
great.
yourself.
I don't think it's garbage at all. Phil's this stuffy,
They're cold brewed in the Rockies.
stuffy old man.
I'm not stuffy. I am. My desire is to be
I'm not
desired
stuffy.
by people who associate with
Yeah,
With more expensive beer.
beers that are not.
You like
Coors.
Labatt Blue, right?
What?
Labatt Blue is like
It's Canadian.
the French Canadian equivalent of
Yeah,
what's the really cheap beer that people drink?
like
PBR.
Natty Light.
PBR.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, PBR.
This is great.
PBR sounds like an advanced statistic for baseball. Like that's one of the new,
There's this.
Oh, see, I always thought it sounded like a disease.
Oh, did you hear his PBR? His PBR is up to 1.4.
His PBR is huge.
No, I thought it was like, oh yeah, he has late stage, stage 4
Yes,
PBR.
early onset PBR.
I thought it was like what white ladies listen to on the way to Whole Foods. Yeah, I think I heard about that on PBR. It actually is professional bull riding also. PBR.
Oh, dude.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan
cool.
of professional bull riding.
Dude.
I want that on the record.
You ride professional bulls?
Yeah.
Only. Dude, rodeos are fun.
Yeah. They are. I will fight anyone who says differently. Dude, I went to one rodeo when I was a kid, and I won this enormous belt buckle. They did this giveaway like over the PA. They were like, if you're sitting in the seat,
cool.
blah, 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 come up to the booth. And so I actually went up to the booth, where the guys are broadcasting from, and got this huge belt buckle. I was like 12 years old or something.
So where is it?
I don't know. My body doesn't.
You don't still have it?
My body doesn't really work well with large belt buckles.
Right, but then it should be
I'm
hanging
sure.
on your
Yeah,
wall
I
or
still
something.
have it.
Okay,
I'll find it. And
we
take
need to see a picture of it.
It's probably not going to be as big as I remember it, but it's pretty good. You know how like when you go back to your old elementary school and it's like, man, this place is tiny. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Oh, the
that kind of
toilet's
thing.
so short.
Just trying to take a dump in here. I didn't want a leg workout. You know when you're going back to your old elementary school and trying to take a dump? You guys can relate to that, right?
Yeah, dude.
Every freaking day. That's actually, you know how there are people that can only poop at home? Like, I can only poop at my old elementary school. It's really inconvenient.
So you know how like sometimes people sing songs, like adults will write songs from the perspective of like a teenager or something?
Yes.
I always assumed that's what was happening with that John Mayer song. I want to run through the halls
Your body
of my
is a
high
wonderland?
School. But I just realized, I heard it
Okay.
yesterday, and I realized
Like,
that's not the case.
Him as an adult.
He's saying, he wants to run as an adult through the high school and tell all the kids
yes,
that the real world
Yes.
doesn't exist.
Exactly.
right.
That is stupid.
You know when like adult men write books from the standpoint of teenage girls?
Yeah.
That is a terrible thing. Somehow I found somebody posted like this Reddit post about that, made it up to the top, and there's like a whole freaking subreddit devoted to all these creepy men that write these books about like some young girl having her sexual awakening or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Just look it up, guys.
Although I did read that book, The Fault in Our Stars. That was pretty good.
Is that what that's
Are you
about?
there, God?
Isn't
It's
that
me,
about like
Margaret.
cancer?
It was written by a dude.
Are you there, God? It's a me, Mario.
No, she falls in love, though.
Oh yeah, it's about
With
is it like a
with
walk
a
to remember
teenage-
type thing?
With a teenage person, I hope.
No, so she has
A
cancer.
60-year-old man.
She has cancer, and she meets this kid.
And
Who
he still
also
loves her
has
in spite of her
cancer.
cancer. Oh. So that's why it's our stars,
Yeah.
not just the fault in my stars.
Whose,
And their stars are their
whose
bodies.
fault? Whose fault is my stars?
That's very depressing.
Yeah, so the whole thing is like she's dying the whole time. She's like very close to death, and he's in remission.
What a dumb
And they fall
book.
in love, but then he ends up dying because his cancer comes
Oh,
back
plot twist.
aggressively, and he dies.
Yikes.
Yep.
So sorry for Fault in Our Stars spoilers.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a movie out. Once there's a movie out, there's no more.
That's specifically what I was
Spoiler
referring to. I didn't
warnings.
think people were actually going to read the book.
Oh yeah, there's a book out.
Our target demo isn't exactly book readers, Aaron.
Oh, our target demo is not young adult fiction readers. Excuse me.
Ironically, a podcast on which 2 of the 3 hosts are English teachers. I don't think our people are reading a lot of books.
I don't think they're reading much of anything, if you know what I mean.
They are dumb. We're saying, if you're listening to this, we're saying you're a dumb person.
So this acoustic gig from Carl Martin.
I think it's the acoustic.
Acoustic gig. It's like a bar. Looks like a chocolate bar wrapped in copper foil. Is that right?
Yeah, it's got copper.
Copper?
Yeah.
It's like a copper candy bar. So it has a compressor, echo, with subdivisions and tap tempo, a boost, a reverb, and a 3-band parametric preamp. That's it.
And you can like switch. It's basically like a fly rig.
Oh, yeah.
Or like the Carl Martin. I guess they're just called Carl Martin gig. Is that a thing?
I assume. You can also adjust, like, so you can sweep frequencies for bass, middle, and treble.
Yeah.
And you can
that's what
bypass the
parametric
EQ.
is.
No, but so it has like a bass, middle, and treble knob.
Yes. But being able to adjust the frequency is kind of what defines a parametric EQ.
Is it?
Versus a graphic EQ.
Okay. I did not know that. So it's what is phase shift? That's just like a in and out kind of thing.
It's probably just an inversion to help with feedback.
Why do you think
Like it's
Phil
probably
wants
just
this?
a push button. Because he plays acoustic guitar. I don't know.
This seems
But
like
I forgot that this is like a piece of useful gear that would actually make him sound better.
Like a normal, no offense, Phil.
A normal person
normal
who's trying to make
player.
good music that people enjoy listening to.
Dude, Carl Martin.
No offense, Phil.
pedals look freaking weird.
Dude, we said no offense, Phil.
Phil,
so
no
you can't be
offense,
offended.
idiot.
Is he
Hey.
gone?
Hurts,
I've had-
don't it?
Yeah, you should have a band more like me that people don't like actively don't come to listen to.
I've never had any complaints about my band. Actually, wait, that's
About your
not true.
band. What are you talking? We
That's not
complain
true.
about it all the time. We count, Phil.
Is Carl Martin like
I
German?
also, that sound guy that one time, he complained with his...
I think it is like European.
There is no Carl Martin gig. There's only acoustic gig.
Yeah, yeah.
That's weird.
There is no Dana.
But I think
Only
it's because
dual.
Carl Martin has a bunch of acoustic effects. Like
probably.
Sansamp has an acoustic fly rig as well, but Sansamp isn't really known for acoustic effects. You know,
Right. I think LR Bags has one too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But theirs are
I mean-
usually like a DI and everything all together. Which is
Yeah,
this
because
one?
they're selling it to go along with their passive acoustic pickups
Yeah.
or whatever.
freaking idiots.
I mean, I don't know if this one doesn't appear to have XLR on it.
This episode is brought to you by the all-new Sinusoid Sable. It's the latest proprietary cable from the brilliant minds at Sinusoid Pro Audio Couture. The Sable acts as the kind of spunky younger sibling to the classic slate cable. It features a new, thicker, low capacitance wire that's still plenty flexible and a matte black outer sleeve that won't stick or grab, but won't slip out of the hands either. For those who like a little heft, but still want to be able to move around on stage, the Sable offers a girth to flexibility ratio that is seriously out of bounds. The sound is clear and focused without being sterile or hi-fi, making it perfect for distortion, especially for those who like to hang out on the neck pickup, but don't worry, it sounds killer on other better pickup positions too. Wink.
Hey, Gear Slum fam. I hope you liked that message about the new Sinusoid Sable. Don't forget, the Sable is available February 21st. You can order yours now at sinusoid.com. Sinusoid Pro Audio Couture. Have you ever used one of those fly rig things?
Yeah, I have a bass
No.
fly rig.
Oh,
That's
do
what
you?
I use for bass, yeah.
Do you like it?
I like it a lot, but I mostly just use the Sansamp and the compressor.
What
So
else
it also
does
has
have?
chorus
Okay.
and an octave fuzz.
Oh, interesting.
You know, the two standard bass effects that everyone wants, chorus and octave fuzz. I mean, maybe those are. I don't know enough about bass, but
yeah, that's right. You don't know enough about bass.
I never will. This attitude.
You got a lot to learn about bass. You got a lot to learn.
I got a lot to learn.
You got a lot to learn. Stupid. You got a lot to learn.
Okay, there's another pedal that I was interested in.
I'm hoping this is more interesting than I destroyed that one.
It's from Keeley Electronics.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
It is called the
DDR.
I think it must be like a Dance Dance Revolution simulator or something like that. So, you have to tap the two buttons in a rhythmic way,
Uh-huh.
And you can mostly just play J-pop music with it, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a drive delay reverb, DDR. Did you hear about this thing though?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've seen it. I've never actually played.
Did they have it at NAMM?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think it's one of the ones that they came out with last year.
Yeah. It looks really cool, but you have to choose either delay or reverb.
Right.
Which I guess makes sense. So that was one question I had. Do you guys mostly use delay or reverb, or do you always use both together? Because there's also a decent amount of pedals that have delay and reverb in one, and you cannot turn them off individually,
Right. They're
together.
I
don't like that. I like having them separate, and I use them separate and sometimes together.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's true.
Because part of how they're marketing this is this is one pedal you need for your gig, which, no pedal is really ever going to do that. So this would fill a lot of people could probably do a whole gig with this, but.
Well, yeah, especially if it just seems weird. Like if your amp has reverb, you don't need reverb. But also it's probably not the same kind of reverb.
Yeah, this has modulated reverb on it as an option. But I mostly, I'm not a big fan of reverb other than just amp reverb. Obviously, I mean,
I don't have reverb pedals, but I usually do spring style reverb anyway. So
yeah,
it's basically just simulating amp reverb.
I actually like the Iridium. Basically, has just room reverb.
Oh yeah, that's really nice.
Hall instead of spring, and I really like it. Dude, I like the Iridium a lot. It's a good pedal. You guys heard about it? Strymon?
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to find this other pedal that they had that was similar to the DDR. It was DC something.
Not the VCR.
No. Drive chorus. DCV? DCR. Oh, DCR. It's drive chorus rotary. But it was the same thing where you had to choose either chorus or rotary.
I'm sure it's just it's a DS. It's a DSP thing.
But that seems to make more sense because chorus and rotary are kind of they're not the same.
You wouldn't use them together.
They're more similar where you wouldn't layer them. But I don't know. I found that delay and reverb together is often overkill.
Yeah, totally. Which is why
I would agree with that.
Which is why we do it, because
that's
overkill.
True.
But yeah, I don't think because a lot of people just link them together in their mind, and in my mind, they're kind of. It should be more of a question of one or the other. I mean, it depends on what style of music you're playing, obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
when I'm doing both.
Go ahead.
When I'm doing both, I've got both of them. If I'm doing both, I never have them both low.
Right. It's super.
I've got both of them cranked way up.
Washy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing something ridiculous. if you're using both.
Yeah, because most delays, like unless it's like a really crisp digital delay, it gives you like a reverb sound anyway.
Yeah, like delay is a very specific form of reverb, really.
Yeah, reverb is kind of like a very specific form of delay.
Exactly.
They are one and
how many delay options does this one have?
Infinite. Because it has knobs.
Oh, nice. Got knobs?
I think it's just like 2 styles of delay. Or no, it just says vintage and mod.
I was trying to make a joke, Aaron.
Oh, I'm apologizing.
Is that your Balky Bartokoumis impression? I'm apologizing.
But did you guys mess with the Keeley Echoes at all at NAMM?
No, I wanted to.
Because that's another delay pedal that I really thought was cool. It's got like, so it has a ton of like jacks on it. So many jacks. I'm trying to like count. There's 6 jacks on it. I'm trying to see what they are. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's another thing about this DDR while you're getting your act together. It has TRS connectors, so you can actually, like, it has an effects loop on it, so you can put effects between the drive and that delay / reverb, which is kind of cool. And I bet we'll see that more and more. Like, one that came to mind was, what was that JHS Spring Reverb?
The Spring Tink.
Yeah. Like, that had the same
Spring
thing,
Tink.
but I guess, like, one of the big determining factors in pedal design is just real estate inside of the pedal, and TRS jacks don't really take up much more space, but they let you do more cool things, you know?
Yeah, so this one has in and out, stereo in and out, and then it has a TRS expression jack, and then it has another jack, another TRS jack that allows you to do tap and remote. So the tip is tap tempo, and the ring is remote for the
tip is tap
for the looper. So you could put like
and the tap is tip.
A 2-switch guy in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And do control both through one jack, which is cool.
That's cool. That's very cool.
But the thing about this one is like it has really good delay sounds in it, which I think are better than any of their other delays I've ever played. Because I played the Mag Echo once a little bit, and then I had the Caverns for a while.
Yeah, so did I.
Which I didn't like the reverb on it, but I liked the delay.
I just didn't like that pedal.
The Caverns.
For whatever reason, yeah. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Did it have really small knobs on it?
It did, and then they came out with a bigger version. Now they have a larger one.
But it had like 8, it's a normal size enclosure, and it had 8 knobs on it, like 2 rows of 4. So they were like very compact.
Yeah, it's bigger now. But this delay is really cool, and it has like presets built into it, and the way that the looper works is really interesting. I couldn't figure it out. It was like too much. It was too complicated to figure out, which is cool for a looper, I suppose.
I appreciate the honesty.
No, what I mean is like it has.
You know, it's good if you can't figure it out.
It has too many features to like figure out in like a minute at NAMM.
Yeah.
It's not like a ditto looper where it's like one button.
Without knowing anything going into it.
Yeah. I'm sure I could figure it out now, like as a human. But
I'm sure you could too, Aaron.
Not as a NAMM person. But you can also use it. It says you can use it so the delay and looper together at the same time.
Oh, really?
Tell me what this means to you, Cole.
Okay.
Quad 24 56-bit Dream DSP. Anything?
Say it again.
Quad 24/56-bit Dream DSP.
That I've heard of Dream DSPs. That's a new, like,
most people are using that Shark, right?
Yeah, the Shark. Well, a lot of people use kind of standard, I guess. A lot of people use the FV1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Shark is kind of the more standard, like, heavy duty DSP. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's what Strymon uses, and I'm sure that's what's in all the big Boss pedals and stuff. And even like commercial DSPs, like the ones that I use for work, for years they've been Shark based. They're shark based.
A shark bite.
A shark based. So I honestly feel like I've heard of the Dream, but I'm starting to question myself.
Might be new. This
But
one
it's
says
funny
took
because like
over 4 years of development.
the bitrate in a DSP is like, I don't know, like really all it gives you. It doesn't give you a ton of fidelity necessarily. It mostly gives you signal to noise. But once you're up past a certain, like 24 bits gives you some like 192 dB or something like that. So you're like, your electronic noise floor is going to be higher than that anyways. And that's part of what you're buying with your analog to digital and digital to analog as well. So like having the bigger thing isn't the bit rate of the DSP necessarily. It's more the bit rate of the converters. That's
The
more important.
You said the DSP necessarily.
The DSP necessarily. Boomer Esiason.
Dude, the thing that defines a pedal isn't its DSP-ness. Like how DSP is it?
Yeah, it's essence. It's DSP.
What level of DSP-ness are we talking about here?
Is it like?
So that's interesting though, 'cause
DSP-ness?
that makes me wonder. It's cool to see them doing that because it's very common for most pedal manufacturers that are doing digital stuff, especially smaller ones. Like Line 6 is an outlier. They have this insane budget and headcount and everything, but it's more common for a pedal manufacturer to just find a chip that they like and just make all of their pedals based on that, And I'm pretty sure, I'm sure the DDR isn't a Dream chip.
No, I think I would imagine this is like the first one they've used this on.
Yeah, which is cool. Like that, I don't know. That's cool that they're actually pushing the envelope.
It's a very cool pedal.
Because even
and all that stuff is in
Strymon,
like a standard size enclosure.
Yeah, like Strymon has used the same chip for 15 years or 10 years or however long they've been around.
Freaking Strymon. When are they gonna
dude,
start innovating? They're just stuck in there. It's like, dude, same thing over and over.
It is funny though, because people do obsess. Like when the Iridium first came out. When the Iridium first came out,
do amps anymore?
When did they stop making guitars? Like freaking
Joe Karen.
It's like no one even
jerks.
It's like no one even cares about Strymon anymore.
So when the Iridium came out, everyone was like obsessed about the sample rate and the bit rate of the converters and of the DSP itself. And the thing that makes the Strymon good is the like MOSFET input gain stage, because it allows it to take a really high input level and not clip,
Oh yeah.
But like that isn't the thing that people care about. They care about the numbers that, this one has a number that's bigger than this other one, so it must be better,
What was the thing everyone was like freaking out because they didn't have XLR, huh? They're like, why doesn't it have balanced output?
Well, no, it's not even.
Output?
It's because it doesn't have a balanced output, which actually is like a valid concern, but it's not as big of a deal as some people make out of it. Like the reason people think you absolutely have to have a DI if you're running unbalanced to the board is because sound guys, it's just the safer way to do it. So it would be normal for a sound guy to be like, no, I'm not running unbalanced all the way back to the board. You need a DI, But it's not like some absolute rule. It just makes you less prone to noise and stuff.
Oh, what a bunch of jerks.
I know. Sound guys.
Why are sound guys so obsessed with noise? Oh, noise. Oh. Your job is noise. Sound and noise.
Why don't sound guys have more sound judgment?
Why are sound guys so afraid of sounds?
Exactly.
Why don't you tone it down there, sound boy? Also, what about sound women?
Exactly.
They're jerks too.
Why don't we ever hear about the sound girl?
Sound gal.
The sound broad.
The tone gal.
Sound females.
Sound person. We're all human.
Are we?
Cut us open, we all bleed.
Or or are we dancer?
Are we human? Are
I don't
we
know.
dancers?
You gotta let me know.
Dude, I'm tired of hearing about Hugh men. I want to hear about Hugh women.
I want to hear about Hugh humans. Hugh
human.
people. Hugh people.
Oh, we're stuck in an infidel loop.
Hugh people. What do you mean, Hugh people? Oh man, that's good stuff.
We can state unequivocally that is good stuff.
Gun Street Wiring Shop represents a brand new approach to the guitar wiring market. From their nothing is impossible philosophy to their community first attitude, Gun Street Wiring Shop is the premier maker of guitar wiring harnesses. Based in Central Oregon, Gun Street only does one thing: make your guitar sound and play better. Bored with your standard switching? Gun Street. Need more options? Gun Street. Looking to nail that classic tone? Gun Street. You want to try something that's never been done before? Gun Street. Sean's always coming up with new circuit designs. He's always down to make something special to fit your exact needs. So hit him up now, gunstreetwiringshop.com. Turn your SG into an OMG, your Les Paul into a More Paul, your Telecaster into a Telestar Blaster. And as always, members of the street crew get an extra discount at everything at gunstreetwiringshop.com. Phil, do you have a game?
No, we just
Do you have a game? Cole, do you have a game?
No.
I'm just kidding, guys.
I play like some NHL 20.
Do you have a game, Aaron?
No, but I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Oh, good.
Have you played your furry burritos yet?
Yes.
I want to ask you an unspoken question.
Yeah, I actually have an unspoken prayer request because I was playing with my furry burrito a little too much, actually.
Tell me what you like about it, and I'll tell you what I like about it. And Phil will not tell us what he likes about it because he hasn't played it yet. Oh, we should start by saying about a month ago, we all three got the is it what's the company that makes it though? Oh gosh, Yellow Cake. We got the Yellow Cake pedals. Furry
Doesn't
burrito.
that also sound like a gross thing? Like, oh, I dropped the Yellow Cake back there.
No, but Yellow Cake is like uranium,
why is it yellow?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, Yellow Cake uranium.
Yes.
It's a nuclear thing.
I think it should have been YOLO.
It's pronounced
cake.
nuclear.
Yellow Cake. Yellow. It's a cake.
Chilo. It's a cake.
So we got the Yellow Cake, the furry burrito from Yellow Cake, but we got the Squatch edition.
The thing I didn't like about it is that I forgot. Squatch edition. I forgot that there's a knob on it. It has one of those LEDs that's also a knob, you know, and it controls the gatedness. It's a gated fuzz, and it was basically turned like all the way up when I got the pedal. So I took it. I didn't play it before. I just put it on this board and took it to jam with my band that I'm in.
I'm holding mine right now, and it is turned all the way up.
Yes,
they came that way.
So
why would it come turned all the way up?
Probably because Sinusoid and Squatch are trolling us. But I genuinely thought the pedal was broken at first because I was like, well, first of all, because there's no apparent gate control on the, you know, it just has labeled. What are the knobs labeled, Phil?
The knobs are labeled.
There's drive and gain.
Gain, filter, drive, level. There's a toggle that is a two-way toggle called fat. And then there's the LED that is not labeled. And so in theory, the filter knob is not, it's not necessarily apparently clear what that does. But there are no other knobs that obviously would adjust the gatedness of the fuzz. And it's when you turn that knob up, it is very gated and sputtery and, unusable if what you're expecting is just a normal fuzz pedal. So unusable to the naked ear.
It's like it's so gated that you have to like really dig in just to get any signal to pass.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like it's like you get the very first initial attack and then nothing after that.
which is cool.
So it
that it goes that
which is
far,
good, but it also makes it seem like, oh, there's some kind of like power issue.
Yeah, dude.
Like my power supply is crapping out or something.
I went to the NAM house and they were there, and you guys were like already gone or whatever, or hadn't arrived.
Like, Aaron,
yet. So I was like, oh, there's 3 of them. I'm gonna choose. I'll take this one, and then I was like, I'm gonna plug it in and mess with it, and I did, and the gate was all the way up too, and I had no idea, and I was like, I think this one's broken. So I was like, had this like ethical dilemma. I was like, do I keep the broken one, or do I like trade it with one of the other ones?
Yeah, because
one of
three
these
of them
guys the
sitting
broken
there.
one. I kept it, but and then not being broken anyway. But I was like, what the heck, dude? Because I didn't even know that it had like gated. I didn't know that much about it. I just knew it was.
I remember it
overdrive.
I remembered when somebody it rang a bell when Andy reminded us of that fact. But yeah,
it was really funny. I was like, oh, dude, I think this pedal either sucks or is broken.
But then, yeah, exactly. Which is like, I'd rather have it be broken
I know.
than just have it. No, it's working perfectly, exactly as intended, just like we drew it up. It's like, oh, it's just unusable then. But yeah, it's like a really smooth. In the time that I was playing with it, and granted, I've only played it through the Iridium, so I haven't played it like with an actual amp, which will obviously change how it, especially with some crazy fuzz. Like if I play it through a Fender amp, I'm sure it'll sound different. But
yeah.
But I thought it was really smooth, and especially, I mean, it especially seemed well behaved, probably just in comparison to how it was when I first turned it on.
Yeah.
Once I started using it, I was like, oh, this is a really nice, well-behaved fuzz pedal now.
So what it is, Phil, is the drive and the gain are 2 separate dirt circuits. So it has like one is like a fuzz. I think it's like a fuzz face, so it's that kind of classic fuzz sound. And then the other one is like a hard clipping overdrive, which is like so it's a little bit gritty and a little bit like, I guess throaty is a stupid way to say it, but it's not like smooth like a tube screamer, but it's kind of like, gravelly. And you can run either one individually if you crank it up and turn the other one down, or you can run them both like in parallel, and you can blend it. And then the filter is obviously like a tone filter. Maybe that's not obvious, but it's a
it's not like a formant. It's not like a formant filter or something.
It's a tone filter, and then level is level, but. So you can do all that, and then the cool thing is you can turn the gate up, and it affects both drive circuits. So you can have like the gain set really low and have it be like a regular overdrive, but then still turn up the gate on it, and so you get like a gated overdrive, which is really unique.
Which is pretty. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a super versatile pedal, and like I've played just crazy riffs on it at home, and then actually used it at church as like just kind of like a medium gain overdrive for like lead lines and stuff. Yeah. So it's super useful, but it also gets really crazy. And I love it. I was very excited about it once I finally figured out how to use it. But that first moment, I was like, what is this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's happening?
And I've never seen them mess with it in any videos, like that little knob. It's like, dude, what the heck?
You never seen them mess with that little knob in any videos?
I've never seen it.
I've seen some videos.
That's not a Squatch thing though, right? That's standard to the pedal.
That's my understanding. I mean, the Squatchness is the.
I don't think any of the Squatch
is the appearance, the aesthetic design of it.
Yes, they simply made a wood top for existing.
Yeah. The normal furry burrito is that same way.
It's a cool pedal. If you haven't played one, I suggest picking one up. Not
I'm
just
making
picking it up, but buying it.
I'm gonna try. So I have this battery pack. Remember we were talking about that Mutron, like battery powered pedal supply thing.
I do remember.
Thank you, Phil. It was positive affirmation. I remembered that I have a battery pack already that has a 9-volt output, and I'd used it years ago, but it was always very noisy. But I charged it overnight last night, and I'm going to try it again today and see if it... Because this is back years ago when my pedal board looked nothing like it does now, and when I was running through an amp instead of a amp sim or whatever. So I'm going to try it out and see. But I have a little mini board that'll have the Iridium on it, and then I'm planning on putting this furry burrito on it too. Because it's very versatile. Not like it has presets you could switch through, but if you're willing to bend over,
yeah, and pretty quickly you
twist
can
some knobs,
which we know you are.
Different sounds.
Do you burn me? Do you freaking burn me, bro?
Dude, you got burned.
Will you burn me like that, bro?
He burned you earlier. Now
Cole
he
is
burns you
prone.
again.
Freaking burn me.
You're now burning.
Cole is prone to bending over.
Bro.
Let the record
Wait, is
show.
he prone or is he bent over?
That's the joke, Aaron.
Well,
Is it?
now it is, because Aaron made it that.
What is prone? Is that just on your back?
No, it's laying down on your stomach.
On your
Flat.
stomach. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Does it actually mean stomach?
I mean,
or
the
does it- I
only
thought it just meant
context I
flat.
know it from is like first-person shooters when you're laying on your stomach and shooting somebody. So that's not to say there aren't other contexts. But that's what I think of when I think of someone.
Yes, prone is
laying
on your
prone.
with your back up, and supine is reversed.
Booyah.
Supine.
You guys can take your fancy English degrees, and I'll stick with my video
The
game
supine
knowledge.
position.
I think it's pronounced suppin'. Hey, y'all suppin'?
Your back is your dorsal side,
Hey, can I tell you suppin'?
and your front is your ventral side. So in the prone position,
Yes.
your dorsal side is up and your ventral side is down. In the supine
Don't
position
tell me what my sides are
is
called.
the 180 degrees contrast.
You're kind of showing us your supine side right now, Phil. That's an ugly side of you.
If you want to have a ghost pulled out of your butt, you need to be in prone position.
Never go full... Oh, crap. I forgot her name. What's her name? Hillary Swank?
No, Julia Huff.
Juliet.
Huff.
Oh, Julianne
Julianne Huff.
Huff.
Julianne.
On the contrary, if you want the Robert Kraft special, you need to be in a supine position.
Ugh. If you want to have some Kraft dinner.
Ooh, Kraft macaroni. Cheese.
Oh, that's worse.
Kraft macaroni
No
cheese.
cheese. There should never be cheese. That's a sign of terrible hygiene if there's cheese involved.
Ugh. I don't want to be in this conversation anymore.
Please end this now.
Did I tell you guys about my new mic cable from Sinusoid? I did, huh?
Yeah, it's short. Phil
Dude.
had his feelings hurt. Buy it.
It's got Mogami Neglects 2549 microphone cable on it in this beautiful yellow color. I love it.
Neglects?
Neglects. That's what it's called. Neglex. Neglects? Neglects?
But they'll never neglect your tone.
No.
Did your parents neglect you guys? Is that a fun topic? I had that topic on the Google Doc.
Stupid.
I want to talk about the Carl Martin acoustic gig and then
Did your parents neglect you?
feeling neglected as a child.
Yes.
I'm contributing.
I would say yes.
to the podcast.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they all did. And guess what? We turned out fine.
Yeah.
So quit obsessing about screen time, people. Because that's all we did our entire lives, and we're freaking amazing.
Screen time is quality time.
Yeah.
Life is better with a screen. Plus, the kids don't actually want the screen time.
They just think.
They think you want the screen time, and they desire the
Okay,
thing
so here's the counter.
that you desire.
Here's the counter argument: is that kids, or like towards someone in a position of authority, oftentimes you don't want something because you think someone else wants you to have it. You want it because someone else doesn't want you to have it.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Does that fit in with your theory?
It's a
in any way?
vacuum. It's a vacuum of desire.
Well, it still works because it's like you still desire the desire of that which you desire.
It's still based on someone else's desire, but the desire is not the thing. It's the desire is to be rebellious or whatever.
Yes, because you do not desire them, so therefore you do not desire what they desire.
So this is like, it's prone desire or it's
supine desire.
Supine desire.
Dude.
Supine desire. That's a good brand name. Or a band name. It's a good brand name. That's like, dude, for like a foam roller that you use.
It sounds like it's about wolves. Pain. Is that about wolves?
No, it's like a cool kid T-shirt brand.
Supine desire.
Supine,
and
or like
there's no graphics
cologne
on the back because you wouldn't be able to see them when you're laying supine.
Oh dang!
I wish more shirts had like graphics on the sleeves. You know, what's up with that, guys?
Dude, long sleeve
freaking 2020
shirts are the perfect format for that.
I guess it's just more of a pain, like to print them.
Except those are for children, Aaron.
Children and sloppy guys. If you want to look like you slept on your friend's couch last night, wear a long sleeve T-shirt.
I love that there's a value judgment based on long sleeve T-shirts.
Your sleeves are too long. Cut your sleeves, hippie.
Cut your sleeves, ref. What are you, blind? They're long sleeves.
Blind. Yeah. What about like, and what kind of material does it like? Because obviously, so like a button-up shirt, a long sleeve button-up shirt is quote unquote fancy, more adult than like a short sleeve one.
Yeah.
Or like more formal or nicer. A long sleeve sweater,
we can all agree,
is better than like a sweater vest or a short sleeve sweater.
That's debatable. I look very fancy in a sweater vest.
A hoodie, like Bill Belichick's short sleeve hoodies, are ridiculous.
He looks like an actual homeless person.
So why suddenly, when you go to T-shirts, short sleeve is preferable?
Yeah, it is weird. Like I wear a short sleeve button-up shirt to work sometimes just because, and I look like a ridiculous child wearing like a tie and a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah,
know? I look like Dwight basically.
You look like some kind of Dwight,
dude. I look like a total Dwight.
You're like wholly focused on being Dwight. It's like you're trying to show off some tattoos or something.
Yeah,
but you don't got any. You're not inkly.
I could get some. Dude, I'm very inkly.
Dude, you should get some inkle. Some inkles.
I already have Kangles or whatever we're
calling Kangle? You got a Kangle too? You got your short sleeve shirt and your Kangle cap?
Got my Samuel L. Jackson hat on.
Is it like powder blue?
Yeah.
You got a powder blue Kangle?
I'm a very fancy man.
On backwards? Dude, I'm envisioning you in a Kangle hat and it.
I'm a very chivalrous guy.
I'm Date Cole.
I actually wore, like, when I was in Italy, in order to combat my
fear of Italians,
my skin cancer.
Oh.
One of the first trips I took when we were there was down to Sicily, and I got like this. It's basically like a woven Kangle hat. I'll find a picture of it because you guys will think it's pretty funny. And I basically wore it the whole trip because I had to keep my head from getting sunburned.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The light in Italy,
and it was
really
like such a weird.
Heard.
It like became the lighting there. It goes right through my hair for some reason. And it became like, in hindsight, there were probably most of the people there were like, "Oh, there's Cole, the freaking Kangle hat guy." Like, we get it, dude. And it was just like out of necessity, basically.
That's funny.
I'm gonna go find a picture of that.
I think
also
you should.
Because I want you, because that was my skinniest I've been in recent memory too.
Post it in the Gear Slum Facebook group.
Oh, okay. There's a Facebook group
www.facebook.com/groups/the Gear Slum.
It sounded like you said the Gear Slump.
The Gear Slum.
That's what I feel like we've been in for the last 3 hours.
Well, so I'm going to say one more thing about that Trump girl, because this is something that happened a long time ago that I remember just now.
Dang it.
Oh, my gosh.
She said, she tried to say that Yeah, that she tried to admit that he's made some dumb mistakes, but she wrote dump mistakes.
Dude, who hasn't? I've had dumb mistakes this week.
He's made some dump mistakes. Like, did he poop his pants or what? Is that why he stands like that?
Have dire Oh man!
It's like, maybe if I arch it up, I can keep it from going down my leg. It doesn't work.
I've had a dumb mistake. I can't do I can't do any impressions well, but I can't even picture what Trump's voice sounds like. But I do like the idea of him pooping his pants. The president of the United States not being able to not poop his pants.
You know it's happened. I bet every president has pooped their pants as an adult.
While in office?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, because you think about, they probably get stuck in some meeting where they...
Yeah.
Granted, the president could probably always just get up and leave if they wanted to, but, I don't know.
No, they're on, lockdown and they ate a bunch of Taco
Bell.
Bell.
Oh, yeah. Totally. I'm sure the president eats a ton of Taco Bell.
Remember when
President Trump loves
George
tacos?
Bush...
Trump Tower makes the best Mexican food.
Yeah.
When George Bush threw up on the prime minister of... he threw up in his lap.
I don't remember that.
That was wild.
I remember when he choked on a pretzel.
That's a thing that happened.
Yeah, things happen, man.
Dude, bro, things happen.
You don't stop being human just because you're president.
You know what else? Things fall apart.
You don't stop
happen
being
in the
Hugh
future.
just because you're president.
A Hugh woman or a Hugh man.
Yeah, dude.
That was hilarious, and it makes me want to go look up that.
Who did he
video
throw
again.
up on? The prime minister of where?
Somewhere in Asia.
Dang, that sucks.
There's a Wikipedia article specifically devoted to the George H.W. Bush vomiting incident.
Oh,
Oh, and it was the prime minister of Japan. Hey, I was right.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
it's
you
not
got
great that I
pretty good
couldn't
odds.
remember which Asian guy. Yeah, exactly.
Most
Asia.
of the world
That's
is
a big
Asia.
one. Yeah, and Africa's a lot of it, but we don't really spend a lot of time there with their prime ministers, I bet. Or their dictators. Dude, I actually got a bad case of dictators.
A bad sack.
My dictators have been-
bag of dictators.
My dictators have been flaring up lately.
Ugh.
Can you guys? I have a spoken prayer request for my dictators.
Jeez. Speak that to someone else.
It's now an unheard prayer request. Hey, how are your dictators doing, Phil?
Mine are
Are you
average.
Are you laying down while we're recording?
No.
Get your freaking head
Are
in the
you
game.
supine right now?
Are you prone or supine? Or are you suprone? That's how I sleep, just on my
Suprone.
side, Suprone.
I sleep pine. Oh, no, my leg cramped up. Sorry. My leg cramped
So
up.
I'm gonna do, because this battery pack I bought it on Amazon years ago. I mean, I guess it's not gonna be. I don't think it's any cheaper than the Mutron one. If I didn't already have it, I would get the Mutron one. But I want to try it out again and see if it still is noisy. Because the idea of running all of your pedals without needing a wire for power is pretty attractive.
Super
It is
attractive.
attractive to me. I'm attracted to it.
I think it's good too. That's why those those stupid battery powered pedal boards are interesting
dude.
to me.
I want one of those, honestly. Who makes them again?
I think there's one from Outlaw Effects, but there's a couple other people
that's
that
the
have
one.
them too.
Yeah, because I'm sure somebody else manufactures them and OEMs them to multiple people or whatever. It is a good idea if it's not noisy,
Yeah.
which I'm sure there are ways of
Which I don't know why it should be noisy.
putting filters in there,
It's not a filter.
I mean, mine, it's probably partially noisy because it just has a single output, so there's no way you could filter, there's no way to filter out ground loop hum because they're all just daisy chained together.
yeah. That makes sense. Well, That's exciting news.
That's the thing I'm going to do, guys. I just want you to know that.
Phil, buy that acoustic gig.
Acoustic gig.
Plug it in. Play it. Love it.
I wonder if they carry it at Guitar Center.
You want to go rent it?
Just,
Want to go rent it for a few days?
Borrow
like you've never rented from Guitar Center.
No, I have never rented from Guitar Center because I always get my money back in full.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's not what renting is.
They'll just temporarily
You
steal.
like reverse pawned it. They pawned it to you.
Yeah, you had it on consignment from Guitar Center.
And then luckily they got it back and
Yeah.
you got to keep paid you back the money. I don't know. But it fell apart real quick there.
So you guys, this is your homework before the next podcast. You guys should play guitar.
I'm going to. I'm actually playing
nice.
bass at church tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I kind of like playing bass more than guitar.
Wait.
Yeah.
Aaron, how have you moved and so quickly got plugged in? Oh, wait, this is your brother-in-law's church. Is this right? Have you
It's all about who you
decided you're committed to attending your brother-in-law's
I've
church?
decided nothing.
Okay, but
I'm not committed. I'm not committed. No.
So this is one of those things of when he asked me to play, I attend.
But
his
he
church.
asked me every week, so we've been going there. But it's fine. I like it. So yeah, I mean, I'm not committed, but we basically go there every week.
That's cool.
How many times in a row have you
Well,
attended?
I've played I was out of town 2 weeks ago, but I played either guitar or bass probably the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay, here's a Mormon / born again question.
Mm-hmm. Jägermeister.
If you are on vacation,
Yeah.
does it cross your mind to go to a church?
It depends.
Because that's a thing that we do. Because you can just look up wherever you are. You can just look up where the closest church is.
Usually,
go to it.
unless you're visiting family, we usually don't.
Okay, so it's not because that's what I'm wondering. What would you? I guess you would just start by looking up.
But yeah, some people do. Especially if you're part of a denomination. If you attend a denomination church, you could look for that denomination where you're going if you wanted to.
But even non-denominational churches probably are
yeah,
I don't know. They have shades of denominations, don't they?
Well, most non-denominational churches are essentially just Baptist.
Yeah. They're just not a specific kind of Baptist or whatever.
Yeah. When I was little, and actually now that now that I'm thinking about this, it's not exactly. So when I was little, and my dad was the pastor of a Presbyterian church that was pretty traditional in a lot of the routines. I remember every Sunday they were like, "Is anyone here for the first time or visiting from out of town?"
Exactly.
And they'd and have people stand up and wave or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's oh.
And that's very much a thing that happens in our church, except it's usually, I mean, in areas where the boundaries are much bigger, or in resort towns or whatever, there will be a ton of visitors. Any of the wards down in Orlando will have a bunch of visitors, but here it's just people visiting family, some dude stands up and says, "Oh, my dad's in town, and this is he is this."
This is he. He's this Hugh right next to me. This Hugh man.
This Hugh human. So, but so what? Was that a specific denomination that you attended, Phil?
Presbyterian Church, United States.
So
of
yeah,
America.
you go somewhere and I don't know, look up in the phone book.
But then I think another thing people do is depending on the person, is they'll like look up like, the mega church or something in the area and
Yeah, that makes sense.
go for the experience or whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid idiots.
Pay the fee. Do
Just
you have to pay to get into those?
yeah, your
That's
soul.
bonkers. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
That is crazy to me. The idea to pay to just get into church is crazy to me. But like, you know,
I've never.
probably not that
I don't think
crazy.
you have to pay to get into church anywhere.
except at do you not at mega churches?
No, I was joking.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I mean, the only thing is like they might have like events where they're like charged for an event or something, but not like a normal service. No.
Cover charge.
Yeah.
They have like a 3-drink minimum or something like that.
Like, oh, we're doing like a concert thing tonight. Blah blah blah.
It's interesting.
But then I don't think they would unless it was like the touring act or something. But then a
Yeah,
mega
like
church
they
would
had
basically just like swallow the charge and be like, "Oh, we're doing an outreach.
Yeah.
Everyone's free."
Like the pastor might have to skip his next trip on his private jet.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Dude,
Pay for it.
I heard the story about this dude. I wish. Oh, in the Congo, this dude in the Congo who was a pastor, and he was like one of those prosperity preachers, and he bought like a Range Rover, and some kids from his church, like a bunch of like teenagers, found him, pulled him and his wife out of the Range Rover, and beat the crap out of him for like
Jeez.
misusing the church's money.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Isn't that crazy?
Explain-
It's so cool.
Explain to me what a prosperity church is.
So
though.
prosperity gospel is basically they'll say like that if you're faithful, God wants to bless you, and that specifically
like money is good,
means
basically.
monetary blessing. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. It's not like he'll make you happier
Yes.
or more content or something.
or like give you life. Yeah,
But what
meet your
often
basic
comes
needs.
with what surprise, surprise, what often comes with prosperity gospel, preachers that are talking about God wants to bless you with money is they live extravagant.
Oh yeah, totally.
well, you have
lifestyles.
to because that's proof that you're like
Yeah, that's proof that God is
Yes,
blessing you.
God is blessing
He's
you.
blessing
Exactly.
me way more than he's blessing those poor people.
So like, who was the dude, Clefro Dollar that had like,
Creflo.
he had like
That's a pretty dope name.
one kind of
Dollar is a cool name.
he had one kind of a jet, and then he needed another jet, like a better one, and he got the church to pay for like a second jet,
Yeah.
and then he was like interviewed, and they're like,
you
why do you need this? And he was like 100% straight face, like not like I don't like being accused of these. He just 100% was like, I minister all over the world, and the faster I can get from one place to the other means the more ministry I can do. Like that was like straight faced
That's wild.
his justification for why this,
Yeah.
other jet. And then the person was like, well, okay, but it also has like leather interior
Yeah.
and like
why does it have an 80-inch flat screen in it?
yeah,
Does that help
exactly.
you minister better?
He's like they don't make private
And-
jets that are ugly inside.
Yeah, they don't. This is the basic trim package.
They don't make them with like hand rolled windows.
Yeah,
They're all auto windows.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hand rolled. I was picturing when you said hand rolled, I was
Like
picturing
sushi.
the glass being hand
yeah, that's
rolled
what I
or
was thinking
something,
at first
like
too.
Ooh, that's fancy.
artisanal plain glass.
Artisanal. That's extra, dude. That's an upcharge.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Get
Like
that hand rolled glass.
they only come with hand rolled glass. Oh, your glass is machine made? Freaking poor scrub.
We hand load the silicone beads and roll them. Well, this has been fun. Guys, I mean that in all honesty. I'm being wholly serious when I say that.
In all honesty.
In all honestly.
In all honesty, I'm wholly serious when I say this has been fun. I just have one more thing to say. And you know what it is. Thanks for friendship.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say libtard.
Libtard
And
died
die
young.
So
Die
wait,
young.
is that guy's actual name, last name Dollar?
Yeah.
And what's his first name?
Creflo.
Oh, I was thinking it was Shiflo, but I was probably still thinking of Fischolo.
Fischolo dollar.
I could go for a Fischolo right now.
Fischele dollar. Fischele is only $1.
Dude, a Fischolo. That sounds like
A Fischolo?
Like I want a cinnamon Fischolo.
Yeah, that's like a fancy drink or something. Like that's something you get at, what's that place? Dave and Buster's? What's the place you guys are talking about?
Fancy Dave & Buster's drink.
What was the place? What's the new Starbucks?
Oh, Dutch Brothers.
Oh, Dutch Bros.
Oh, okay, come on. That sounds a little reminiscent of Dave & Buster's.
Dave &
Not
Buster's
a lot.
is an arcade.
You can see how a stupid person would have mixed those two up.
I'd rather go to Dave & Buster's than Dutch Brothers, though.
Yeah, I've been to Dave
Same.
& Buster's. I go there to watch MMA pay-per-views sometimes because I'm that kind of person.
I go there to play skee ball.
Do they have... I didn't even go over into the arcade last time I was there, but they do have kind of the traditional stuff in addition to like the crazy like expensive ones that are like $4 a play or whatever.
Yeah, they have normal stuff.
Do they have that punching bag machine where you try and punch it as hard as you can?
Probably.
Because those are always great.
They have that one
It's a
where you hit
recipe
the golf balls with the driving range thing.
Oh, like the golf simulator
Yeah.
thing? Nice. Well, I'm glad I derailed you trying to stop the podcast.
Sorry.
For that. It was very worth it. For my Fischolo dollar.
For Creflo dollar.
Joke.
I'm Aaron Abubo. Thanks for friendship.
For Carl Jung, I'm Phil Eisenhower.
For Chinua Achebe, I'm Cole Duke.
1, 2,
Thanks for friendship.
3. Thanks for friendship.
Ship.
I didn't know that's what we were doing.
I mean, you gotta just pick it up.
You got to roll with the... You got to ball with the ball.
Oh man, I've had a rough few weeks. I'm just trying to ball with the ball, you know.
I'm just taking it ball by ball. You know?
One ball at a time.
One ball at a time.